Ibis World is proud to announce our latest product upgrade, the Enterprise Expansion Profiles. For the past 50 years, Ibis World has been recognised as a leader in industry and company information in Australia and more recently around the world. We've always strived to improve our products with the aim of meeting our clients' changing needs. We are proud to announce our most recent product upgrade, where Ibis World has expanded the top 2,000 companies in Australia to 5,000 enterprises, encompassing the leading and mid-market enterprises operating in both Australia and New Zealand. The top 2,000 had its genesis in the early 80s with the publication of the BRW Top 1,000 and Top 500 private companies. By the early 90s, the collection was expanded to the top 2,000. This collection has been popular with many of our clients who are interested in understanding Australia's largest companies. Based on client feedback, the expanded collection of 5,000 enterprises now includes both Australian and New Zealand enterprises, operating in the large and mid-market, as well as a selection of small and medium enterprises, or SMEs. Our collection now includes all types of entities operating in these economies, including publicly listed, private and foreign-owned companies, as well as government agencies. In addition, all of the major players identified in our industry reports are now included. With the addition of New Zealand enterprises, as well as mid-market and SMEs, this now broadens the opportunities for our clients to gain a better understanding of their prospects, clients, suppliers, and competitors. With the 5,000 enterprise profiles coupled with Ibis World Australia and New Zealand industry reports, Ibis World now offers a comprehensive coverage of the trans-Tasman market. Our clients will be able to uncover new opportunities by identifying and analysing Australia and New Zealand's major, mid-tier, and small and medium enterprises, and the industries in which they operate. Using both our enterprise profiles and industry reports, Ibis World Insights assist you to have a bird's eye view of these two economies. Whether enterprise data makes up a small portion of your research journey or is the main focus of it, Ibis World offers scalable solutions. So, what is the Ibis World Enterprise Profiles Collection? It's an expanded collection of business entities operating in Australia and New Zealand, ranging from the top end of town to SMEs. In addition to an extra 3,000 enterprises, there is new content and a reskin with enhanced graphics and charts. The Enterprise Profiles keeps all the elements that our clients know and love from the company reports, with some exciting new features, including a SWOT analysis, valuation ratios, gender diversity, and an enhanced market share analysis. The extra enterprises, reskin, and the new content will make it easier for our clients to uncover new opportunities by identifying and analysing Australia and New Zealand's major and mid-tier companies, to benchmark these enterprises against each other and to the industry at large, and gain access to reliable information on more financials, industry performance data, key personnel, and ownership structures. Some of the new features include gender diversity, where you can get quick access to each company's gender ratio for key personnel and the board of directors, with a comparison to its industry of operation. Financial ratios, where there are new liquidity and profit ratios, as well as valuation ratios for all publicly listed companies. A market share comparison, where you can get a tree map view of the industry's market share of the enterprises and how they benchmark with other enterprises operating in the same industry. And a SWOT analysis, where you can understand each company's strengths, weaknesses, and its industry's opportunities and threats. In a moment, I'll go through each of these sections on a product demo. The Enterprise Profiles live on the Company Research tab on the Ibis World website. Click on the AU and NZ Enterprise Profiles, and you will see the profiles listed by the ANZIC industry division in which they operate, or you can simply search in the Search Ibis World tab. Today I'm going to use the Woolworths Group Limited as an example. Just as a reminder, you can still download the reports into a PDF, Word, or Excel file. As you can see, we've improved the look of our profiles. At the top, there is a new graphic of the financial overview that gives you a snapshot of the company's size by revenue, assets, profit, and employees. Moving down, there is a brief description of the company, followed by the industries in which the company operates, as well as its industry market share, if it's a major player. Then we see a significant new feature, being the SWOT analysis, which highlights the company's strengths and weaknesses, as well as its opportunities and threats, which represent the external impacts of the industry. SWOT is included for all enterprises, apart from the exempt proprietary companies. Finally, there is the internal operating divisions, with a brief description of activities and pie charts displaying each division's revenue and assets. Now we're moving to the key personnel chapter. With the addition of the new enterprises, more than 30,000 new people have been added to the database. You'll still find that snapshot at the top, listing this chairman, CEO, and CFO, and also the same list of key management personnel and their titles. Below this, you will find the directors, listed in the other directorships table. At the bottom, gender diversity is a new feature, with 2 charts for percent of male and female key personnel and board directors, which is also compared to the enterprises industry. The financials chapter essentially follows the same structure as it has in the past. At the top of the screen, there is an infographic displaying the company's size by revenue, assets, NPAT, and employees. There is also historical data for the profit and loss statement and the balance sheet. New data we've added includes enterprise and book value for the publicly listed companies. The auditor information has also been moved to the financials chapter as the service providers chapter has been removed. As before, the financial data can be downloaded into a spreadsheet for further analysis and benchmarking. The growth and ratios chapter follows the financials. The revenue and NPAT graphs have been revamped, and a new graph displaying key measures over time has been added, with the key measures being revenue, assets, and employees. As with all of Ibis charts and graphs, they can be downloaded into a PNG image, a CSV file, or a data table. We've also added 5 new ratios, being net profit, alongside 2 liquidity and 2 valuation ratios. There's also a nice new feature, showing the calculations and explanations of what all of the ratios represent. We're now moving to the internal operations of the enterprise with the operating segments chapter. You can see that each enterprise's individual divisions are displayed, including revenue and assets. Moving down to the industries by operating segment section, you can see the ANZIC industries listed by each operating division with historic and forecast growth rates for the industries in which the company operates in. You can also now hyperlink to each individual industry report. Where the enterprise operates is displayed in the geographic location section with pie charts for revenue and assets. The tables include size by revenue, assets, and profit, as well as profitability ratios. The next chapter is competitive benchmarking, where the enterprise is compared to the industry. The graphs at the beginning of the chapter display asset turnover, EBITDA, current ratio, and return on shareholder funds, all compared to the industry. The table below displays the enterprise's key liquidity and financial ratios, comparing them to the industry and showing whether they are higher or lower than the industry average. We've also included growth ratios for assets, revenue, employees, and profit, which are all included, again being compared to the industry. Valuation ratios for publicly listed companies is a new valuable enhancement that we've added. It lists PE, price to book, enterprise value to EBITDA, and enterprise value to sales, and compares these ratios to the industry average. When an enterprise is a major player in an industry, the next chapter, Industries of Operations, appears. This chapter has been revamped with new graphics. There is a graph with the enterprise's industry market share, stating in which industry it's a major player, as well as a list of the industries that it operates in. There is analysis of how the enterprise is performing in each of these industries. You can click on each industry to get the key industry statistics. And also you can see a tree map of the industry's major players with a market share and the ability to hyperlink to the industry report. The next 2 chapters include the ownership structure of the company, being the shareholders and subsidiaries. For publicly listed companies, substantial shareholders are included, as well as a percentage of the shares held by the top 20 shareholders. In the next chapter, all the subsidiaries are listed, with a pie chart displaying the countries of incorporation. Finally, we finish off with the history chapter, which is so popular that it's been given its very own part of the report. This chapter gives a timeline of the key dates and events in the company's history. The enterprise profiles have been enhanced at your request to make your life easier. With an additional 3,000 enterprises and the new and improved profiles, we now hope you have more of the information you need to find new opportunities. If you have any further questions on this, please reach out to your dedicated client relationship manager, who, as always, is more than happy to help.